All right, let me show you a compound interest formula that we touched on in Algebra 1, Chapter 6. If you got $38,000, which is the P, the principal, and it's invested in an annual interest rate of 6.5%, you have to turn that into a decimal by moving that decimal 2 places left. That's your rate right there. For 4 years, that's your T. Find the balance if the interest is compounded annually. Well, that's once a year. So N would be 1. Daily, well, there's 365 days in a year, so that would be the N on the second problem. And hourly, 365 days times 24 hours in a day is 8,760. So that would be your N on the third one. All right, so A equals the principal, 38,000, parentheses 1 plus R. Remember the rate is 0.065 divided by N, which is just going to be 1. And then we're going to raise it to the 1, the N, times the 4. 4 every time will be the T in this problem. Now, when I put this in the calculator, I'm going to start right here. Well, I won't have to divide by 1 because it won't change anything. Add this, raise it to this using parentheses, and then multiply it here. So I won't be rounding off anything. So let me show you how I do that. So 0.65, don't need to divide by 1, but just add 1. That's this one right here. Raise to the 1 times 4, which is just 4, hit equal, and then multiply it by the 38,000 principal. Okay, so that's $48,885.72. 48,885.72. All right, let's do the B one. Once again, 38,000 is my principal, times 1 plus 0.065. This time, the N is 365. Raised to the N, which is 365, times the T, which is 4. Okay, remember, start here and divide, add 1, raise it all, then multiply it. So let's go 0.065. Did I miss? Okay, got it, didn't I? Divided by 365. Okay, that's that part. Add 1, hit equal. Okay, raised to parentheses 365 times 4, end it. All right, and then multiply it by 38,000. Okay, 49,282.20. $49,282.20. All right, and then my C one, hourly. We're going to take A and the principal 38,000 again times 1 plus 0.065 for that interest rate divided by 8,760 raised to the 8,760, remember NT, times 4. Okay. 0.65 divided by 8,760, hit equal, add the 1 from here, hit equal, raise it to the parentheses 8,760 times 4, end your parentheses, hit equal, and multiply it by the principal 38,000. And you have $49,283.295. That'd be about 30 cents. So on this one, 49,283.30. Now, you may get the change different on these depending on if you rounded off somewhere beforehand.